Hello, 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 and we are back on another Thursday. Wait,
We
we
missed a Thursday.
yeah, well, we missed last Thursday,
You
so
know.
technically we can say Happy New Year.
We well.
We
Oh
can,
snap! We can.
yeah, we can say Happy New
Right,
Year.
because today's only the 12th.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
outside of that, I mean, it's kind of
Right.
late, but
We
I
are.
mean, being that this is our first show of the new year,
It is.
we can say Happy
It
New Year.
is.
So Happy New
Yes.
Year to
Very
all
true
y'all.
indeed. Very true.
Happy Founders Day to the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Even though that was January 9th, I still got to shout out my frat. So
right.
Happy Founders Day, mob.
Belated.
And you are most definitely tuned in to Choppin with Big Doc and Auntie Peaches on Hot 702.5. I am your comedic host, Big Doc, with my beautiful, sexy co-host. She showed me a picture of her in her wig.
I hate
Auntie
people
Peaches.
too. I swear. Peace and blessings, y'all. See, I'm finna get started already. I can't even vibrate low. Look,
Y'all should have
I
saw
hate
her,
people.
man.
I swear. No, it's real life though, right? Because people be like, "Oh, natural hair. Your hair is so nice, long, la la. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't." As soon as I throw a wig on, though, people lose it. They straight lose it. I be like, "Yo, it's just a wig, yo.
Hey, look.
It's just a wig,
You know what?
and it's removable."
I'm about to start getting some wigs, man. I'm gonna get a fade wig. I'm gonna get a dreadlock wig. I'm gonna get an afro wig. I'm just gonna get all kind of wigs.
Seriously, and on top of that, with the advancements in freaking technology and what these people are doing with like the hair and the fades and
Yeah.
yo, dudes can't get wet no more in the rain no more. Dudes can't go outside in the rain no more.
Well, I'm not gonna cheat like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody that knows me, if I just show up with this big ass head of hair, they gonna look. Come on, like Doc. Come on, fam. So nah, I ain't gonna do that.
I mean, but if you start slowly growing in, because they doing like bald fades,
I'm
with
not.
it, they really, really, really nice with it.
I don't
They
wanna
be
do that.
dipping on them and everything. I'm
I'm
talking.
cool. I'm cool. I've been bald since I was like 20, man. I'm good. That's 27 years of straight bald and sexy. So I'm all good. I saw that too, Marcus. What's up, Marcus, man? Okay, so as usual,
I saw a headband.
we
Okay, all right.
we started off, man. Rest in peace to the Queen of Memphis, man. Gangsta Boo, she passed away, as you all know.
Right,
They're saying fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Ooh,
Yeah,
she was still living the life, huh?
Yeah, y'all, man. Please, man, if you out there doing that fentanyl shit, man, please stop, because it's really killing people, man.
Isn't it mixed into a different substance that they're actually coming across the whole fentanyl? Like the fentanyl is supposed to be like a cutting or something like, or whatever, stretcher or whatever.
It's crazy because I mean, even with fentanyl, because they get that shit to you in the hospitals.
Oh yeah.
So, but before they give it to you, they get your height, your weight, your like, your body size.
It's like an anesthesiologist, like an anesthetic.
Yep. So they weigh you out, you know what I'm saying? So they know they don't overdose you. And these people, man, they're not getting the dosages right, and they're ODing and dying behind it, man. So rest in peace. Barbara Walters.
Right.
Who passed away.
Right. She actually made her way into the hearts of the hoods. So yeah.
I mean, but I gotta say, like, Barbara Walters was old. Like,
yeah, she was like grandma and them, grandpa.
No, she was great grandma and grandpa. She was in her 90s. Like, she's old.
She's like, well, okay, for me.
Well, actually, yeah, my grandparents are like in the 80s. Yeah,
if they were. Yeah.
But rest in peace to that old white lady.
Right, blessings.
Let's see. Oh, the last pointer says, did you get her? I
can't remember her name. Shame
well,
on us.
We can look it up.
Rising power to the goddess that we don't remember her first name, pointer sister.
Yeah, but the last pointer, so they are back together again in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if you don't know about the neutron dance and jump, you know what I'm saying? I'm so man, it's
man. If you don't know Beverly Hills Cop, man, you can't miss it. It's just yes, I remember those.
Yeah, so shouts out to the Pointer Sisters. Rest in peace to all you queens, man. Loved y'all.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Gordy Harmon.
The Whispers.
From the Whispers.
Gordy Harmon. Yep. Gordy Harmon.
And a lot of people don't remember Gordy Harmon, and funny is that you really have to be a music buff to kind of understand who Gordy Harmon was, but he was actually one of the founding members of the Whispers.
Yeah.
And he fell ill before they really blew up with like Rocksteady and all the other really big tracks that they got popular for in the 80s.
Yeah.
So a little music history for y'all. My secret little nerd. twinge.
So rest in peace, man. And breaking news, if you didn't know, man.
Yes.
Lisa Marie Presley, who was actually rushed to the hospital the day of a heart attack, has passed away.
Sometime in the past couple of hours, man.
Yep. Elvis Presley's daughter, Priscilla Presley, who's actually still living. I know she's heartbroken, man. No parent should ever have to lose a child,
sad.
Man.
Sad.
So, I mean, wasn't a big fan of Elvis, never will be a big fan of Elvis.
At all.
But, his wife, Priscilla, was dope in The Naked Gun. I don't care what nobody says. She was great in The Naked Gun.
Right. That's where Priscilla Presley made it into our generation on her own. Did her thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And she was a pretty lady. I mean, I'm not, into the other women, but she was a pretty lady.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, she was
Priscilla
a pretty
Presley.
lady.
She made it into our culture, though, chilling with the naked gun. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm sorry.
But, hey, and this was Auntie Peach's. This was her idea.
Oh yeah, that's right. For the first time.
Yep, the very first time on Choppin with Big Doc and Auntie Peaches, we have the welcome back segment.
Yes.
Congratulations and welcome back to Damar Hamlin.
That's right.
As you know, the Buffalo Bills young safety, really suffered a heart attack on the field.
Cardiac arrest.
It was crazy. It was a normal hit.
He actually died a couple times and came back.
Yep. So the fact that, that young man, he continued to fight, and, really made a full recovery. He's back home in Buffalo, where he is, rehabbing and just to see how really the world, man, in every sport, from basketball, boxing, football, everybody was there.
Jackass Skip. What was the Skip? But everybody was Skip.
Skip Bayless.
Everybody was Skip. Was there like, yo, let's stop everything and make sure, and prayers up and everything. And Skip was like, finish the game.
Yeah, that right there, man. Like everybody's mad at Skip. Like everybody is mad at Skip. But honestly, I really don't expect anything other than that from Skip Bayless. That is his. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? That's him.
I tortured myself with about an hour of Shannon and Skip and Shannon, the two. I tortured myself with about an hour of it. And when I say torture, it was true torture, It was true torture. It was like the argument was just nonstop. It was just going on and on and on. And they were like, his stat is 1.1383. He's better than him by a 0.311 point. Okay, for real, y'all. Are y'all that serious?
Man, look here.
Are y'all serious like that?
Shannon wanted to whoop Skip's ass.
I do remember that.
To beat the hell out of Skip.
I do remember seeing that snippet. I do see it, but I didn't catch that show. I caught a show.
I caught it. I caught it. Shannon wanted to give Skip the business.
Yeah.
But we're not going to waste time talking about that crazy motherfucker.
Right.
Okay, so.
Well, he said we're going to vibrate lower today.
The question is posed. The question is posed. And we going to get into this shit early.
Oh, Dog had a couple. You must have had an interesting couple of weeks.
Yeah, I did.
What did we do, Doc?
Nothing. But like real shit. And feel free, man. I really want to see what y'all gonna say in the chats. Yeah. We want to see what y'all gonna say in the chats.
Share. Get some folks in here. I like the low vibrational kind. I want to argue. I feel like arguing today. Let's go.
Can you be pro-black? Black militant. All about the black people. Buy black business. Blah blah. Black this. I'm black. Did he black y'all?
I'm black y'all.
Yeah. Like, can you be pro-black that way, revolutionary, and date a white person?
Okay,
whether it be a white woman or a white man.
I'm the one. I could go both directions with this one. I could
go
pro or con. All right,
come on with it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go stereotypical and go con and poke the bear.
Okay.
No, you cannot be pro-black.
Why can't you?
You can't. Okay, I'm gonna say. Part of the reason why people say that you cannot be pro-black. Now, we already know I'm finna poke the bear today.
Go ahead.
Part of the reason why people say you cannot be pro-black, and oh man, I almost don't want to say it because it sounds ignorant.
No, say it.
Okay.
Say that shit. Say it. Come on,
It's
man.
because if you do not if you are dating outside of, or if you are marrying or procreating outside of the black community, then you don't believe in kind of the foundation of the black community, which is the black family. It is the black father. It is the black mother. It's the black child. It's the growth within, or putting back into your own. Now, some people will argue and say, well, when the black man and the ex, you fill in the blank person, come together, they have black children. But 99% of the time, when it comes to raising those children, the maternal influence tends to be a lot more prominent than the paternal influence, even in a coupling when they're in the same household. So, and vice versa. I mean, and that just goes along the way. So I'm going on the female with the male opposition. I'm going to say no. Now, next time I say something, it may be the pro, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to. Okay, since you went that way, I gotta try to make sense and say go the other way.
You know, I said it was some ignorant ass shit.
Now I'm gonna say that you can, because you know, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's about me. Now, granted, I may look like old boy from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. You know what I'm saying? The militant dude with the when I think it was
milk of magnesia.
Was it no. That was Don't Be a Menace.
But that's right.
Oh shit! I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Remember when he was going around trying to find people?
Yes.
And he went into the People's Revolutionary.
Yes.
And you know he's sitting there. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And that Bo Derek white woman came out.
Yeah.
And then the two little kids from Flowers in the Attic. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't even catch that. Them two little white kids came out. Now look. Okay,
wow.
I'm gonna say this. Man. If you black isn't a state of mind. Is what you are. You know what I'm saying? This is how we were born. Clarence Williams, rest in peace. We were born this way.
Wait, I'm stroking Clarence?
No, that's Clarence Thomas.
Oh, that's right. Wrong one. Okay.
Clarence Carter. Ooh shit, Clarence Carter. But nah, it's you know, so many people put the color behind being pro-black. It's kind of weird because technically anybody can be pro-black.
I got a question.
You don't have to be black to be pro-black. Okay?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. But isn't the purpose of pro-black to put the color behind the pro?
Okay. Now, pro-black only means that you're supporting black.
I understand.
That means that you're riding with black.
Okay.
That's just like saying you're pro-LGBT. I'm pro-LGBT. I'm not gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things like you don't necessarily have to be black. That's like Black Lives Matter. How many people that are not black are in Black Lives Matter?
Is it even real though? That's the other question.
Well,
All right.
I mean,
in a different conversation.
You know, we've been screaming
that
forever, but you know, so my thing is, it's like, okay, you know, you call yourself a revolutionary, you know, you pro-black, then you walk out with Bo Derek in a dashiki. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you know, you kind of get that look, but it's like, well, I mean, if she riding with him, she riding with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but I mean, if that's what it is, you know, she can be pro-black.
Okay.
She can be pro-black.
Okay. You're diluting your blackness if your spouse is not black, though. Okay, so now I'm finna argue the opposite now. See,
right,
I told
ahead.
you. I said you never know what's gonna come out of the next. Go ahead. Okay, all right. So, energetically, right? You know, right? What's a rule that comes out that we know for a fact that stays in place is that energy can't be created or destroyed, right? It can't change shape, can change form, change, you know, but it won't be created or destroyed.
True.
So when you're looking at people and you deal with people on the whole who believe in things like reincarnation and et cetera,
Hindus,
right? A lot of people use Hindus, not just Hindus.
No, I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, well, I'm like,
that's
Christianity. That's you know, that's every book based and or spiritual based, you know, community has some form of an idea of reincarnation, whether
True.
you come back as a butterfly, an earthworm, another person, whatever you decide you want to believe in, right? So if you keep that in play and you look at a person who is pro-black and you look at a person who does come from a different ethnic or racial background who is very supportive, you know how many times I have had, you know how many light-skinned cousins I got? You are serious. You know how many, and we really make a joke. Who light skinned?
You.
No, I'm not. But you know how many light skinned cousins I got? And when I say light skinned, I'm talking about Caucasian.
Peaches, we like the same color.
Okay, but no, for real. And you know how many people I know that are not only tapped in, right? They are completely 100% pro just human in general. So whether you black, white, Indian, doesn't matter. They're just pro human in general. Okay, but they are not the person who is. They're the person who's also on the sideline fighting, saying, you know what, y'all do deserve reparations. Y'all do deserve recommendations. Y'all do deserve these things because you did do all of this. And we do understand where we come from. We understand the Eve gene. We understand the cycle, the breakdown scientifically that we came from you. So it's a lot of people out there who really honestly do that I've had these conversations with, born into another, and they'll tell you now, I actually come from here. I've had a past life regression. I'm born into the wrong body. That's all. This is just the vessel that was available, but this soul is somewhere else.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, even with that, you know what I'm saying?
Again, y'all. Okay. Go ahead.
even with that, okay. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna stand on what I say. You don't have to be black to be pro-black. You really don't.
No.
That's like saying, I mean, you got the Nation of Islam, and people, being Muslim, that's, when I tell people.
A multitude of different backgrounds.
Well, no, I'm saying when I tell people I'm Muslim, the first thing they think is I'm Nation of Islam. I'm not, and it's nothing against Nation of Islam. I don't want NOI, FOI, or any of them people coming after me. But I'm saying that it's one of those things where, because I'm black, they automatically assume this. Oh, man, you follow Farrakhan. No, I don't.
Yo, Farrakhan be saying some ill stuff though. So
he does. I agree. Listen, I agree with a lot of. I agree with a lot of the stuff the minister has to say. I'm not banging on Farrakhan. But what I'm saying is, being Muslim. I mean, if you go out to the sandbox, you're going to see a multitude of different colors and complexions and people that, are into Islam. So that doesn't make me any less of a Muslim. Now, if I'm pro-black and I decide to go get goddamn Brooke Shields, you know what I'm saying, and we get married and have kids and shit, I'm still pro-black. Brooke Shields can be pro-black. Our kids can be very much pro-black. The only thing is the education. There's going to be lines, that somewhat have to be drawn, but you're going to have to explain this because now you have kids who are biracial, black and white, and we know how some of us, don't really accept biracial kids.
Who's us?
Some of us black people. This is true.
Okay.
Some of us black people don't accept biracial kids.
Really?
Yep.
But they will. Wait, hold up.
Go ahead.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when you say some of us don't accept biracial children, are we speaking in the masculine or the feminine? Because it's so entirely strange that I see that so many people will create.
Both.
They will create biracial children and then tend to want to not accept the fact that they creted a biracial child. So I'm lost.
It's both. You ain't got to be lost.
Okay,
because both do it. Or I have a friend. She's very dark skinned woman.
Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Her grandmother, God rest her grandmother's soul, did something to her that scarred her for life.
Okay.
Not an actual physical scar, but a mental scar.
Yeah, emotional scarring.
And what it was, because her sister, her and her sister had different dads.
Okay.
So she was very dark, and her sister was like light bright. Okay. Now, what her grandmother used to do was sit her in the tub of bleach and get a Brillo pad and try to scrub her skin, to lighten it up. You know what I'm saying? And it gave her a complex so bad that, she didn't accept she always thought she was ugly. You know what I'm saying? Because, everybody doted on her light-skinned sister.
Yeah.
Even though, and it's just my honest to God's opinion, I always thought she was way more beautiful than her sister. But that
in the eye of the beholder.
No, I mean this is just a fact. I mean, because now that they've gotten older, like you see it. You know,
She's
what I'm saying?
clearly a much more attractive person than her sister at this time.
My word!
It's and in the opposite or in the opposition. This is my own personal experience. I've actually experienced situations where me. And my complexion, you see, guys, y'all see Doc sits over here and hollers at me, telling me I'm light skinned. But I have had, and I'm not. But I have had people that I befriended and was, you know how I am as a friend, befriended and was solid as hell with, and have had these people, and this is multiple times that this has happened before, where a person will tell me, okay, well, I did dirty things as a friend to you behind your back because I have a thing against dark-skinned women.
But you,
hold up.
Wait, let me just say this before you finish. Let me say this before you finish.
Okay.
For anybody out there that knows me, you guys consider me on the lighter section. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Indian red. I'm brown. I'm like a lighter shade of brown. Me and Peaches are the same fucking color. Go ahead.
The lights in the room, y'all.
It ain't the lights. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
But honestly though, right? I have had people who were, biracial, friends at the time. You got to watch your frenemies, y'all. Friends, and have orchestrated literally life-altering and or life-changing experiences that I would have to endure based on the fact that they didn't like that I was darker than. I'll put it that way.
Makes sense.
So but essentially, it's like, are you serious though? Like, bro, I fed you and your kids, and you mad at me because I'm brown?
Okay. Okay. Let's look at something. If most of our listeners and you are old enough to remember Spike Lee's School Days.
Oh God, I love that movie.
Okay.
Gotta understand her why I wanna
God, I can't stand Tisha Campbell. Big lip, frog eyed. But anyway,
leave that girl alone.
Tisha Campbell's eyes are on the sides of her head, like over here. Like she looking at you out the side like a goddamn deer.
I don't approve this message.
But anywho, but if you remember,
yes,
they had the wannabes,
right?
And the jigaboos. You know what I'm saying? Who were the wannabes? The light-skinned girls with the hairs and shit.
And that stuff.
And the jigaboos were your darker women with the natural hair, things of that nature. That is something that we, as a black community,
have done to ourselves.
Need to get away from.
Oh my God, and continue to propagate.
We need to get away from that.
It's number one, it's gonna start in the home. Number two, we're preaching to the choir. Okay.
I mean,
we're preaching to the choir. Number one, or two, or three, but it's gonna start within the home. And this is funny that I actually had this. Is funny. It's a circling back because I had this conversation a little while earlier, and it's a thing where if you are programmed to look at a person who has a wider set nose, larger lips, although this is all the stuff that people want to go and pay for when where I'm about to get into, but they have that hot and tot figure, they have that hot and tot shape, they emulate the goddess Sarah, right? The goddess Sarah. So they have this thing where they're going out and they're altering themselves to emulate these things, and then in the process, the people who actually have it naturally are being ostracized for having those things. And
okay, I'm gonna say this, people. Please understand what I'm saying, and please, take it in the context. Black is beautiful in all shades. In every shade, from your albino to your Wesley Snipes. You know what I'm saying? Black is beautiful in all colors, in all shades. We're the only ones really, like honestly, we're the only ones that really have that ability to come in all of these shades.
And granted, some people do gravitate toward more fair complected people who have more European like features, and some people gravitate toward people who are not quite as fair complected and who don't have features that emulate those of the Caucasus Mountains or those. I mean, you know, they don't emulate those people, and that's fine. That's cool. Everybody has their preference, right?
Give me them big lips, that big wide nose.
But my thing is when you make your entire relationship based on the fact that is your only difference, you're doomed to fail.
True.
Number one. True. And we watch it happen over and over again that everybody gets caught up in the romanticized. You know, I had a guy tell me that it was because of during intimate moments, the contrast of his complexion to her complexion was visual cortex with men are visual creatures.
We are.
Okay, so visual cortex, the context of his the contrast from his complexion to her complexion and the difference, you know, you're looking at them like this, and he said that was what it was that he was most into, was the fact that it was such a contrast from his complexion to hers.
I mean, I've never been with a white girl,
but that's what he was drawn to.
But that's not something that like I could see myself you know, dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I want that skin contrast, I'm just going to get a lighter shade than but still black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. But, you know, as far as, you know, getting that stringy hair and them thin lips, you know, I don't like that.
Okay, hold up. So think about the average wig wearing woman, right?
You can take a wig off.
I understand. However, you said stringy hair. Think about the average lace front wearing woman. She ain't taking it off.
Those come off too.
They do come off, but she ain't bringing it off every day.
Ooh, I got a story.
Okay.
I got a story, and this story, and she's actually one of our listeners.
Oh, this tell on you.
I'm not gonna say who it is. This happened a while ago, but I got to bring this up. All right, so in my house, you know, I had made some food, and you know, I had a friend come over, and I gave her food so she could go ahead and, you know, take it home with her, right? So I turned around to get something else, you know what I'm saying, and I heard skate, boom. I said, what the fuck? And I turn around, and dude, she's like flat on the ground. I said, oh shit. So I run over there. I'm like, man, you okay? You okay? You okay? Now, keep in mind, I'm holding in my laugh. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to laugh until I know that she's okay. So while she's down there, you know, I'm looking, I'm like, you okay? You know, I'm going to help her up. And she looks up at me and she said, I'm just going to lay here and think about life. I'm like, nah, man, come on. You know, so I helped her up. When I helped her up, I didn't realize that her wig fell off. Like, she hit the ground so hard, her wig fell off. So,
Sis, I was trying not to laugh at you.
So, you know, but you know, this is somebody I care about. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing I want to do is make her feel bad. You know, so you know, I help her up, and you know, I grab the wig.
Sorry.
You know, and I mean, I don't know how to put a wig on. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I put it on like I was, you know, putting it
put like a cap, y'all. He did the hat thing.
That's what I did. So she, you know, she snatched it. She was nice, man. She, you know, she kind of sat down. She like, just so you know, I'm clumsy and I haven't done that in a long time. I'm like, damn, you're a repeat offender? So, you know,
yo, he's not making it no better. So, I keep trying not to laugh at her, right?
Nah, it's you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
It was a funny situation.
Well, yeah.
I mean, falling is funny.
You know, it's
until things snap. Falling is funny.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I mean, there was a time I was in San Diego. I was dating this chick. She was drunk as hell. We went out. She got drunk.
Oh.
Like stupid drunk.
Drunk stories.
To a point where I had to, you know, like literally carry her into her house.
I've done that before. Physically carried someone.
Now, my thing was, okay, you know, I got you in here. You know, she's yelling, come on, D. Come on, give me some of that. I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? You're drunk. Like this, nah, I can't do that. Not to mention, you might wake up not realizing what happened, and my big ass laying next to you. You get to screaming and shit. So I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'll come back tomorrow. We can get it in if you ain't too hungover. So, I get in the house, whatever, and I stand her up. You know what I'm saying? I stand her up so I can shut the door. She had this glass table, like right in her entrance. So when I stood her up, I went to close the door and lock it. I heard her body slide down the wall, and then I just heard, and I turned around, and I looked, and I saw blood oozing out the top of her head. So I said, oh, shit. How am I going to talk to the police about this woman who's unconscious and now bleeding in the head? So I did what any young man would do.
You left her.
I grabbed a mirror and I put it under her nose to see if the bitch was still breathing. I saw that breath on the mirror. I said, okay, and took off. I left. I was scared. I panicked. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I called her the next day to make sure she was okay. I did. I called her the next day. And I know y'all looking like Doc that's cold-blooded. But look, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I was in the military, man. Marcus was like
I'm done.
Man, out of there, dude. Out of there.
Oh, my gosh.
Out of there.
Yo, wow. That could have been a difference between life and death.
Well, I mean, when I called her, she answered so that she wasn't dead.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? But, and y'all might look at me like, man, that's, you wrong. You should have stayed with her. And, now that I'm 47, yeah, looking back, I would have.
Little dolls on her forehead, little...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's left her.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Hey, I put a what you call it? I put a trash bag next to her. She throw up in the trash bag. But
see, and this is the reason why women want men to pay for dates and don't want to pay their own damn bills, because y'all will do shit like see them fall through a table or something and leave.
Marcus said, "I would wipe my fingerprints off the door."
Marcus, we gon' you know what? See, this is why you ended up in Facebook jail, Marcus, because you suspect.
I ain't mad at you. Oh, nah, but
it.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said this is why he ended up in Facebook jail.
No, before that, that's why women make us what?
Oh, I said, I said, see, this is the reason why women want y'all to pay for dates and all their own bills, because y'all will let them get bust in the head and leave.
Hey,
if you're gonna let me get busted in the head, at least I hope I had a good date and you paid my rent.
Hey, look here. You best. All I can say is you best know when to say when. You know when you getting drunk. You know when you done smoke too much. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame that on me. If you can't handle your liquor, don't blame it on me. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you, hey, you had enough.
I mean, she was like, she's lit.
Yeah, hot girl summer, timber. Nah, but okay. So the other question was, why is it, and women, y'all do this, why is it that women feel or deem it necessary to charge you for their time?
You don't charge people for your time?
When I'm on stage, yes.
Okay, so
I mean, if I'm doing something that requires me to be paid, yes. But if I'm getting to know you, no, I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to charge you, $100. Hey, it's $50 to come into my. No, man.
Okay, wait, pause. I need you to rewind.
Okay.
When you say, because now you just said something that just makes me think like prostitutes. So before we go down that path,
that's pretty much what it is.
Well, I mean, because that's before we start calling them prostitutes, you said charge, as in I'm going to charge you $100 just to arrive for us to sit and
yeah. Some women do that, and they say, well, that's not prostitution. It is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially in today's time where you're deemed cheap, you know what I'm saying, for not paying your phone bill. Well, not mine, but if I don't pay her phone bill, like, okay, number one, we don't live together. Number two, That phone bill existed long before I met you. So why am I being held responsible for it now? Oh, well, my light bill's due. Pay it. Pay your light bill. You know what I'm saying? Why are you asking me to pay? Well, you want to come over and fuck, don't you? Well, yeah. Then pay the light bill. All right, well, you come over here.
Because my lights are already on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I ain't asking you to pay a bill. You
my
come
lights
here.
Are on, so, no, okay, well, wait, I'm not supposed to be arguing the guy's side of that way. Okay.
But
I was supposed to be arguing this.
Listen,
but here's the cold part, right? Look at the hurdle that I'm presented with. First of all, let's stop for a second and take a side note. I have to argue to the opposition or the pro to women who want people to do things like pay their bills when I am completely self-sufficient and self-reliant and don't look for anybody to pay for shit for me ever, to the point that I'll be like, look, I'm gonna take you out and stay at home, so that way we can just sit down and chop it up and you ain't gotta look at me strange, but don't be expecting me to have sex with you at the end of the night either.
That's what you told me when we went to sushi.
You know what, you stupid. I can't stand him. I want to throw the pen so bad.
But no, listen. It's one of them things, man. Look, I mean, I'm all for. If a woman wants to treat a man on a date, that's fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Traditionally, yeah, it's the man that pays. Traditionally, it is the man that pays.
Wait, hold up. And whose tradition?
Shit, I've yet to meet a sect of individuals or people or race or creed or anybody that's like, you know what, the woman pays, and I've yet to see it where a woman courts a man. I've never seen that.
That's really interesting. Because I can't say that I'm the person who would do that either, actually, at this point. I'm not finna chase you. I'm not finna none of that. Like, hey, listen, I got limits, right? And then on top of that, 99% of the time, I'm like, I don't even really want to be around, bothered, nothing. I don't want your energy in my space. I can smell you. Just go. Like,
smell you?
Yes. Oh. Like, people sometimes, they have a smell.
Okay. Natural body odor. Okay.
Right? So I can smell you. Like, oh my God, sometimes I just be like, don't even breathe my air. Just go. Just go.
What? Oh, okay.
That's how I be sometimes.
Well, no, it's okay. Women love to be pursued.
Exactly.
Women love to be pursued. But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Men love to feel wanted. Mm-hmm. So, as we're pursuing you, mm-hmm. and, shit, back in the day, we had the 90-day rule, girl. Mm-hmm. It take at least 90 days for us to even kiss. Bitch, what? Okay. Say you try that shit today. Yeah, okay. Or, I'm celibate.
If you're dealing with an old school person, it's quite possible. If you're depending on the person that you're dealing with now, if you're dealing with these new booties, then no. 90 days is not going to happen. Hell, 90 days might be the whole relationship. You understand?
Less than that.
Less than that, right? They be in and out in like 2 weeks. But that's, and then really be calling that a relationship. No, bro, you're not a relationship. You were a mistake. You were a consideration. You were a thought.
Now I wasted my time.
You weren't even a thought. You were okay.
Can y'all stop asking if my therapy is court ordered though? What? I didn't ask you that. Who asked you that? You just volunteered information,
said, Can y'all
man.
stop asking if my therapy is court ordered?
That. She's talking about the men she dates. She has therapy. She does therapy. She has a therapist that she sees.
Okay.
Nah, she's like, if she's off her meds, mm-hmm. shit can get kind of bad. I mean, it's a good friend of mine, but
mm-hmm. That's Cancer Gang, ain't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Forehead and cancer.
It's interesting that everybody's all of a sudden finding this FBI profile thing where like cancers and Sagittariuses are like number 1 and 2 on like the killer list or whatever. Look, leave us alone.
Virgos are also in there.
No, it was like a whole list of all 12, and they just kind of put everybody in order. And number 1 and 2 was Cancer, Sagittarius. I don't remember what 3 was. I think it was Scorpio because they said they're jealous or something.
Well, call it what you will, but I mean, my thing. Look, at the end of the day, man, I don't really see it. I think the courtship as it was, you
It's
know,
dead.
in a lot of ways, yeah, because this
It's
new
dead.
generation don't court.
It
You know
is.
what I'm saying? It's us older people that still, that still do court.
It's like this, right? In the whole dating world, this is something that I get like the biggest complaint that I hear from women in the dating world is that number one, no, guys don't want to go on dates. You would rather have a woman just show up at your house, spread herself out there, do all the humping and the bumping and everything else, and then get on. They be wanting people to come in, smash, and leave. You understand? No, listen.
Go ahead.
All right, this is
Go ahead.
this is from
Go
women.
ahead. Go
This is
ahead.
the woman's standpoint.
Go ahead.
And what a lot of people and a lot of women are getting to the point where they're like, okay, well, at this ripe young age of 40, whatever, right?
You?
Whoever,
Okay.
whomever.
46.
40 whatever, right? First of all, at 40 whatever, why are you trying to first date me at your crib? Grow the fuck up. Second of all, like that's just literally what grow the fuck up. Pick me up on a real fucking date and take me to a real fucking restaurant where we can sit down and have a real ass conversation. Or get the fuck out of my face is really where it's at. You know, and that's just kind of how we are. That's how women are. If you really would, or let's sit down and have coffee or something. I even had a conversation with this like Napoleon complex type having kind of person where I was really like, okay, I mean, you know, because for me it was entertainment. You know, Doc, for me after a while the shit just get funny. So, you know, for me it was entertainment. But he was like, you know, one of the things that he said in his Napoleon complex was that because he makes, you know, a 6-figure income, it was a low 6-figure too, y'all. It was like 110 or some bullshit.
Still 6
Like,
figures.
I mean, you know, but come on, okay, in my 20s I did better. So it's like, you know, it was for him to have this complex and to come across like, well, I'm the man and I drive a Mercedes and I drive my car, you know, this guy was like really like this, you know.
Okay.
And as he's talking about the Mercedes he drives, and it's like I'm thinking in the back of my brain, well, if I go to California I have a choice of multiple Mercedes Benzes, or I could choose this or that or that. If I stay here, then I could drive this or this or this. And I just don't ever go into the whole like my dick is bigger than yours conversation with a guy. Like, I just don't want to do that but my question is, as a man attempting to court a woman, why do you want to measure your dick with my invisible dick? Mine is not even visible.
Okay.
All right, I'm just saying.
Okay. Number one, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I date backwards.
Right.
I date backwards, and the reason that I date backwards, you know, and being on the dating scene as long as I was,
Right.
you know, being married and things about that. One of the things that I've noticed is I would rather get to know you indoors, and it's not even a sexual thing. It doesn't have to lead to sex. I would just want to get to know you in an environment where I know I'm comfortable, where I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm safe. You know what I'm saying, shit, I'll cook, no problem. However, I don't want to, and it's not because I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? I would just rather get to know you and see if we even vibe.
Okay.
Because my thing is, I don't want to go to Ruth Chris or Chris Roof.
Chris Ruths. Now that was it.
I don't
was
want
the
to.
one.
I don't
I
want to
take it.
necessarily go there. You know what I'm saying, on our first meeting, or anywhere where, like, not saying anywhere that I have to spend money, but it's more of a thing of, it's like I want to get to know you before we go outdoors, because I mean people know who I am. So if I'm seen with you, you know, people are gonna automatically start talking, and if you're not my girl, I don't want that. Now, if somebody sees me with you, I wouldn't give a shit, because you're peaches. They know what we do.
Right.
But, you know, just regular Jane Schmo, you know what I'm saying, out and about, you know what I'm saying, I don't want that. So before I bring you outdoors, I want to get to know you indoors. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical thing. You know, we can sit at the table, talk, you know, have a couple of drinks or whatever the case may be, and you'll go the fuck home. But as we, you know, get to know and grow, so you don't want to be seen with me no more, Doc? No, I do not. Your forehead's too big. So,
You know, so what my thing is this, right? So like my thing is, you know, okay, again, number one, all right, at this age, no, meet outside.
well, we can meet at the front door. Let's take
no.
a walk. Let's walk around the block. Let's go to the park.
Now, if that's what people feel like courtship should be, let's take a walk at the park, etc. I personally am the kind of person who will be like, no,
You don't want to go to the park?
no.
Why?
Number one, I don't like bugs. Number two, the outside, and it's freezing cold right now. Then it's
Oh,
going to stay
jeez
nice for a whole
Louise.
3 days and then be too damn hot. Just me and the outdoors is just not it all the time. That's all. I'm not hiking. I'm not roughing it. I'm not none of that. We even had a whole conversation about camping, and I was like, yeah, y'all could go ahead and get some tents, but I'm coming with a camper, or I'm getting a cabin. Because I need hot water. I need refrigerators. I want a stovetop. I'm not playing with y'all. I don't do those things. I'm not her. I'm not. I'm calling a neighbor to kill a spider. I'm not her.
Look, man, I ain't calling my neighbor for shit. That
Well, I
motherfucker
mean,
had
I'm
a-
just saying, like,
no, I'm just saying he had a
let it be a
standoff at my.
situation where it's just me and then there's like a bug in the house. If I don't have home defense to drown it, and I mean, when I say drown it, oh yeah, no, I'm talking about really drown. If I don't have home defense to stand far away with the electric gun and shoot and kill it from afar, then I'm calling somebody. I have driven 25 miles to get somebody to get a scorpion before. So and that was each direction. Myra, you know, that was each
my
direction.
God. So
I have bailed out the car because a bee got in the car. A bee was in the car and I was driving and it was me and the bee could have the car. I know he ain't gonna go too far. I'm gonna park it and let him figure out how to get out.
okay, so
Okay.
all right. So I mean, you do have women like that. Yes, Tiff, really, you do have women like that are more prissy. I think that'd be the word to define that.
Nah, I
Prissy.
just don't do bugs, y'all. I'll fight. I just don't do bugs.
Yeah, shit. I'll beat a nigga up.
I will whoop a nigga ass, but I will not
But
fuck
let
with
an
a
ant
bug.
cross my path.
Oh my god.
But nah, it's. I'm just saying, like, I want to know that you can actually enjoy the simple things. I would,
I get that.
that you're grounded, that you're well rounded. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't all about the the flash, because I mean, at the end of the day, if we get to know each other, then that's gonna come. I did that to left my car would be I'll fight a man with man, y'all motherfuckers. So
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
hey, y'all women so damn tough. Let niggas come dressed up as a big beetle.
Man,
like,
listen, yo, I can send you a video right now where I happen to be in my brother's house in California and somehow a cricket got in, right? And my sister, who is the fearless sister that she is, decided that she was going to catch the cricket. So somehow she got the cricket in a plate with the plastic cup on top of the thing. And then she starts coming in my direction. So I must have seen her coming before, because all I see is feet, blonde wig. Because I had a blonde wig on that time. Blonde wig flying. It was like a red blur and a yellow blur, and then I disappeared into the abyss of the upstairs. Just gone. It was fast. It's like a 12. So I'm gonna send you the video. It's like a 12 set. I mean, gone. So, I don't do them. No bugs.
I don't do spiders. I'm not cool on spiders. But I mean, anything else, I'm not, man, whatever. But I mean, okay. I used to date outside in. I used to date outside in, and I don't know. I just didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're putting on a show. I don't want the show. Just let's meet somewhere. If you don't want to meet my house, that's cool. Everybody saw the Jeffrey Dahmer shit. I'm not gonna kill and eat you, but you know what I'm saying? If you want to meet somewhere else, we can definitely meet somewhere else. I don't want to go out on the first date. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something simple. If you can enjoy simplicity, then we can definitely build up to the more outward things. But if you can't enjoy going to shoot pool or going to
See,
to
that's
shoot
normal
darts.
stuff. That's normal stuff. No, I'm that's normal stuff. If people are like that, then yeah, that's on them. When I say like people are strange with it, it would be like I said, Napoleon complex guy, right? This guy was like the worst. He was the epitome of everything Kevin Samuel created, y'all. So like he was, and it's funny too because it was so.
Don't you talk about that prophet?
It was pre Kevin Samuel, so to see it now, to think back. And like to go through the whole like Kevin Samuel years or whatever and seeing everybody turn into this I'm better than you. And then to go back and think backwards on how these people were and different people that I've encountered along the way. And it's like, oh snap, you're a Kitten Hill. Got it. Like, and it's like, it's a trip though. It makes you look back and go, damn, oh gosh, now I understand. So he's a kitten hill. So what he did was he followed the kitten hill thing to the letter, so hard to the letter. So he's like a Sotomayor kitten, right? So he did that, like he did. That's what they are now. They're Sotomayor kittens. That's their new name. So he's a Sotomayor kitten, right? So they took this whole thing so far that when they attempt to apply those basic steps, like ensuring that a person makes over $50,000 a year, or she's not valuable, or she's not considered a valuable asset to your life, ensuring that this and that, their ideologies are to remove all of the rules that were put in place and say things like, okay, well, we should sleep together first before I know whether or not I want to take you on a date. Let me tell you what you can eat on that date when you get there. Tell me how it was. Tell me how the sex was. I'll see you when you get back.
If you dumb enough to say that to a woman, then you pretty much deserve what you get
at that point. But this is what they're doing though. This is like what that single world is putting out there, and then because they have run through 55, you a fool. 50.
That's it. You saw what I was like.
So to run through 55 women where it's, this mindset of, okay, pay me, show up $100. Then when you come across one that's solid, right? You fuck it up.
Well,
you fuck it up. You fuck it all up. You fuck it. Just fuck it.
Hey, hold on. Don't sit here and act like the women they ain't fucking it up now.
No, I can only speak from the, like I said, I can only speak from, because I'm not running around here smashing chicks. So I can't talk about what the chicks are doing.
You never know. I mean, we don't know what you do when you leave the studio, Peaches.
We'll confirm. I'm not running around smashing chicks. So I can only say, from
Peaches
the feminine.
Is a carpet muncher. She dickophobic.
I can't fucking stand you. Oh my God. Okay, so he gonna get in trouble for that word, y'all. Somebody gonna be mad as hell, and it don't hurt. It don't help that I laugh like that. And it's not. It's just to put it together. Okay, the carpet munching dickophobes. I want. Ooh. That's a band name.
Nice. Carpet munching dickophobes. Yeah, it sounds like
that sounds like a rock band.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, carpet munching dickophobes.
All right.
It works.
It does.
Has a nice little ring to it.
Right. Something's wrong with y'all for enjoying this.
You know what? I do want to put this out there. Mm-hmm. We're at 52. Go ahead, do you?
Ooh. Tattoos. We're gonna talk about tattoos next week.
Tattoos? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
I'm plug you. I'm gonna hook you up with somebody I know.
Okay.
Really great young man and clothing, men's clothing as well. It's gonna be part of our topics. But yeah, go for it.
No, you go for it.
What was I going for? Oh, my _auntie_peaches on every platform. And if you actually know my government, then you can find my real pages too. But y'all know I don't like to share.
Dion Big Doc Amos on Facebook, Big Doc 68 on Instagram, at The Real Big Doc on Twitter. I'm also on Clubhouse. I think it's.
Are you back on Clubhouse?
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to build my followers on TikTok. So.
Yes. My _auntie_peaches on TikTok. I have a really entertaining page.
She does.
It's all about, relationship anecdotes and dumbass conversations people come to have with me at 4 a.m.
Oh, also, this is what I want to say. Mm-hmm. And this is something to think about. A roar is nothing but a meow, narrated by James Earl Jones. Think about it. Some good shit. I'm over here higher than giraffe pussy right now. But no.
He's like Doc Fuchsius.
Think about it. A roar is just a meow, narrated by James Earl Jones.
Well, what if can we get Sam Jackson instead?
No, because that'd be a motherfucking roar.
Okay, I'm fucking done.
Roar, motherfucker.
Motherfucking roar.
Yes, I hope they die. I hope they all burn in hell.
So look, Nicole said her business launches next week. Ashe, blessings, Nicole.
Oh yeah, she cooks. She has she bakes. Mm-hmm. and she has these seasoning blends that she puts together. So it's been a long time. I've known her. Shit, I've known Nicole for probably about 5 years now, or close
Okay.
to. So, my thing is, it's about goddamn time that you've done this. So congratulations, and you
All
are you
right.
already know.
Blessings.
You already know.
There it
So,
is.
as a matter of fact, we're gonna have to bring your big four-headed ass into the studio.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That would be dope.
All right. Yaya's tree's going live. Yaya.
Yeah.
All right. There it is.
Well, of course. And Tiff, how you doing? I love you. I miss you. Marcus, thank you always for tuning in. Thank everybody for tuning
Yes,
in.
definitely.
Even if you didn't comment in the chats, man.
Right.
If you watching
Money,
right now, man,
thank you.
share this shit. My OG
Everybody.
Trent out there in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man.
Right.
Love y'all, man. Straight up.
Blessings. Thank you. Every week. We love you.
We definitely gonna
Yes.
see y'all. Yeah, we gonna see y'all next week.
Next week.
Boss lady looking good in them jeans. All right, y'all. Wait, how we do? Oh, all right, let's see how we end. Oh, so see y'all next week, y'all. Peace.